let's get into recaps.
Yeah, recaps.
Woo!
This week's Adventure Time was my favorite in a while.
Yeah, it was fucking...
Yeah, so Grable's 1000 plus fucking elevated this concept to a place none of us were ready for.
Nope.
Where it became
no.
clear that the Grables episode, Cuber and all his Grables shit, takes place in a post-apocalyptic version of Ooh, which is already a post-apocalyptic Earth, so it's morbid twice.
Well, it's just like the super future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be post-apocalyptic.
I don't know if it's apocalyptic. I mean, things have changed from what we've seen.
I mean,
but it's just very far into the future.
People from, like, the 1700s might think now is post-apocalyptic if they just saw some images of it.
Yeah, like, my shoes are made out of fucking plastic. I was thinking about that and, like, man, you take something from, like, 200 years ago and they look at my shoes and they'll just, like, not know what to do with it. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Shoes.
A lot of crazy stuff happened in this episode. The thing that struck me the most intensely is that...
Most first.
Is that what?
The most first.
The most first. The Optimus Prime is that Bubblegum has backslid.
Right, in that, in one of the Grables.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, conflicted. I was like, oh, wow, like, this doesn't, yeesh. Yeah, that doesn't bode well.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it's a Grable from, like, before?
Oh, yeah.
That's not impossible, but, I mean, I also don't think it would be incongruous with Bubblegum's character to not be able to keep that shit up. You know, she's now doing this on a smaller scale. She used to have that surveillance Batman Begins room, and now she's just, like, with a sideways laptop on her bed.
I guess,
but she's like put probes on every single citizen to the point where Starchy was like, I gotta get at it. I gotta get rid of this thing. I can't do this anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like it has to take place in the future because Starchy ran away.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, that's right.
Starchy's and then the line is like, did Starchy
we lost
just
Starchy,
die?
You guys. We lost Starchy.
I don't know. At least Marceline's apparently fine though.
Yeah.
Or at least her house is.
There's music coming out of it, you know.
Yeah, I think
somebody's
she's
in there.
Fine.
Gasp.
I mean, PB's probably fine too because she's been alive forever.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that fine.
Yeah.
Well, she's alive.
You know what I think this is? It's like, okay, like everything we hinted at in like the first half of the show, we've almost answered all of those questions to the point where it's just a normal thing now. So now we have to tease even more shit.
Well, now it's a matter of like what's going to happen now. Now that we have all these things in place, like what is the ultimate outcome of all this shit?
And it's very fatalistic. This is a grim future.
Yeah.
This is not great. Like, I mean, look at...
Fucking Lemon Hope?
Yeah, Lemon Hope, that was a grim future. And you know what? Let's tie this back into this one was written and storyboarded solo by Steve Wolfhard, who also did Lemon Hope. And he's like a hilarious dude, but if you follow his Twitter, he's got like a lot of depression and shit. And a lot of mental illness. So you can see this coming out in the work.
Yeah,
and it comes from a very real place. It's fantastic. But, you know, it's morbid. I mean, the Ice Kingdom, either the Ice King got super corrupted or something else has the crown. But, like, I got the idea that it was the Ice King, like, just lost his humanity so badly.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
That's what I definitely had that thought too, and it was super sad, but now I want to believe something else has the crown.
Yeah, because I'm like,
It's not impossible.
I mean, Betty's around, and I feel like he's taking the crown off more and more, and, like, responding to Simon more, and, like...
Maybe this is a dark timeline? Maybe this is a multiverse thing? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Grasping at strables here.
But we have been saying, you know, that it does feel like the show is winding down, so it does really make me wonder, like, where it's gonna end up when they finally decide to be done.
I mean, this just makes me think that they might pull the whole, like, I mean, this is the last episode, but, you know, there's no, like, ending.
Yeah, probably.
Like the world is gonna keep spinning.
I mean, things always change.
Unless there's a plot point where the world stops spinning, because that's fucking possible too.
I don't know. Adventure Time is weird. Also, was that character the other grape, the Tuber? Was that his sister or his mom?
I believe it was his sister.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I understood it as being his sister, but now that you said that, I don't remember why I thought that.
Did you guys get the theme?
Was there a theme?
Trying not to die.
There was a theme.
I figured there might be a theme.
Yeah, I figured like
I
figured like he said, "There's not going to be a theme. I'm trying not to die," and I was like, "Yeah, well, there probably is going to be a theme anyway."
But I didn't get it.
Looking at the wiki page, Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Good. So
break
no
that
one
down
got
a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I know what the Maslow's hierarchy of needs are. I just,
Yeah.
The first Grable is physiological. Baby Cuber mentions that the cave air is doing wonders for his physiological babel. The second is safety. Finn buries the thought cannon for safety. The third is love. Ice King says he loves Gunter. The fourth is self-esteem. Starchy mentions that walking him gives him self-esteem. And the fifth is self-actualization. Tuber says self-actualization, label brother, after scaring off the beast in the cave.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, if
that stuff with the broken leg was fucking funny as hell.
Oh, it just
where Gunter just
back.
miseried him.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
I think it was hilarious in this one where he wakes up and he's like, "Good morning, madness." Broken leg again. And like the other thing, all the candy people are in stasis.
Yeah.
In the prize ball guardian.
Right, like she's so obsessed with protecting them, she doesn't even give them pretend like fucking anonymity, not anon. Fuck.
Autonomy. Because in Lemon Hope Part 2, the Candy Kingdom was seen to be abandoned.
Yeah.
And probably in favor of that gumball machine apartment robot.
Yeah, this is a very morbid episode, and it's all been it's kind of done in that way that we saw a lot, I think, in earlier seasons, where like it's kind of in the periphery, where you're paying attention to like this goof ass adventure that's going on, but it's like this is showing a future where a lot of things have fallen apart.
Yeah. I mean, the Grables themselves were the goof-ass adventure, but, like, he was being pursued to death. He got messed up.
By, like, some kind of space Yakuza?
Yeah, like I was like, oh, it's a wedding, but then, like, they just immediately started pulling out, like, guns and shit, and I'm like, was this, like, a mob wedding?
Well, I mean, he did chuck the bride into the stratosphere.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have been mad to the point of let's kill this fucker. I'm saying they immediately were packing heat on them for this wedding that they didn't know was going to turn south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were speaking... Here's interesting. They're possibly related to the Crystal Dimension, because they were speaking Korean, and they had eyes like Lady and Jake's jowls. So maybe they're like some kind of descendant?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Holy
That's why I said
Lord.
Yakuza, because I thought it was Japanese. It's Korean.
Jesus. Jeez.
Diggity dang.
Yeah, this episode is great. Like, Steve Wolfhard is fucking smart.
Yeah, he's a smart man.
He's got like a...
I don't know what he's doing, though. He's like this mad genius. We're like, I don't understand your method. Like, what are you trying to do? I don't know. And now I'm scared. Adventure Time used to be so happy. And so silly and carefree.
At least it used to be happy in the foreground. Now it's just like, no.
Yeah, now there's like no happiness anywhere. It just kind of like feels like bad dreams. Not nightmares, but just bad dreams.
This show is the fucking Game of Thrones of cartoons. Where it's so well written, but it makes me so sad.
Yeah. Because it feels like a completely different animal from what it used to be. Even in season 3.
It absolutely is. And like, it's evolving towards this darker thing. It's maybe like a central thesis is, like, the show originally had like a very
corrupted, and eventually everything must fall away.
Yeah, because the show was very
shittiness.
Yeah, the show was very embodying of childhood wonder and adventure in the beginning, and now it's like it's become sort of sobered since then.
Yeah, sober is the perfect word. That's what it is. Even though you have these weird, fantastical characters, the whole tone is very sober. It's strange.
Yeah, because it's taken that whole, like, let's be mundane about all this fantastical shit to, like, the furthest possible level you can take it, where it's not funny anymore.
No.
Adventure Time is a complex show.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be so interesting to see kids who've grown up with it, their whole, like, from the jump to the end.
Yeah, what is this doing to our children?
That's what I want to know.
Can I be a mom interviewed on Fox News for a second?
Like, that's what I really want to know, that, because when I was a kid, the shows that I watched really had an impact on me and how I perceived stuff and thought about things. Like, so I can't imagine what it's like for kids watching the show.
Oh, so nothing matters. We're all gonna fall prey to entropy. Great.
I mean,
I'm gonna play some stickball.
Finn had that whole episode where that was the whole point, where he was like, what's the point of life?
Glob is dead.
And then at the
Glob
end,
is
Glob
dead.
is
They
dead.
literally said that.
Yeah, they're like, the whole episode was Finn trying to figure out what the meaning of life is and why he should even bother. And the conclusion was that God is dead. Like, what the fuck? Come on, you guys. Like, there's gotta be hope. Where's the
Honestly,
hope?
I feel like Adventure Time has become the best case scenario example of this show is so popular that they're being given free reign and it's gone totally off the rails. But like but at least it's fascinating.
Yeah.
At least it's so fascinating to watch this thing mutate, I feel like is the best word.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Cause it's still, like, it's been gradual. It's still Adventure Time, but it's just, like, evolved. It's just built itself up into this thing that is, if I hadn't seen every episode in between the first season and this season, it'd be unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I mean, season 1 was so largely inconsequential. Like, there was good stuff in it, but it was hard to say that it was like such a deep show. Where now it's like undeniable.
Now all it has is deepness. That's like its defining thing.
I feel like maybe Adventure Time is, once it's all said and done, is gonna be like one of the best examples of a show growing up with both its audience and its characters. Because, like, obviously one of the main arcs is Finn's coming of age. So as Finn ages, then so must Adventure Time.
Yeah, I guess so. It makes sense.
Because it was incongruous and nothing mattered because Finn was a child and nothing matters when you're a little kid. Everything's whatever in fun times, and now, like, Finn's plagued with hormones and existential crises.
But, like, all that shit wasn't planned. It just kind of happened.
Exactly, but, like, it wasn't planned, but it's just still, like, it's a natural evolution where you just see what the situation is, look around you, and go, like, let's do this now. You know? I don't know.
Yeah,
life isn't planned.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and shit's gonna still be bad next week with Hoots, the episode where a charismatic stranger in Finn's dream leads Cosmic Owl to shirk his duties. And looking at the character list, Martin is in there.
Yeah, like, now, like, whenever I watch
and Sweet Pea, so who knows what's gonna happen with that.
Holy fuck, oh my god. But yeah, I watched the theme song and I'm like, this just doesn't give me the same feeling it used to give me. Now I'm just kind of apprehensive and in between comfortable and unpleasant.
Like, you watch the theme song and you're just like, that's not what this is.
No.
I mean, it's another one of the things that, like, Steven Universe has done in the first season, where it's like, that song is, what Steven's initial interpretation of what the gems did was, save the day. No, it's like some kind of like weird, proactive NSA thing that they're doing.
Yeah, but Steven is different because,
Steven's better.
We were talking about how, you don't have to have everything planned in your head, but Rebecca Sugar had pretty much everything planned in her head about how this stuff worked.
Yeah, I guess like she had where to take it tonally all planned out.
Yeah, she knew the tone, she knew the characters, she knew the plot, she had that whole like, okay, we're gonna slowly unveil things as Steven discovers the world around him. Like, she knew all of that going into it, whereas Adventure Time is just kind of like, I don't even know.
At this point, every episode of Adventure Time is almost its own standalone. It's almost like an anthology in a weird way. It's an anthology with continuity, where every week we dissect some new different theme.
Yeah.
This whole fucking series is a fucking Grable tale.
Yeah. Whereas with, Steven, that second episode, or the first production episode, you already felt these things from the beginning that were there.
Stirrings.
It wasn't like it all of a sudden fucking...
Yeah.
Shit's getting real.
Or even if you didn't notice it, you could rewatch the episode and see that it was there. Whereas you look back at Slumber Party Panic, and it's still bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on. I caught up on Clarence. So I saw the Grandma episode and the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty great.
Clarence had that little, is having a little step of like, let's talk about some kind of crazy shit that's not fun, but make it fun-ish.
Yeah.
I think the newest one certainly did that.
Oh yeah, the newest one definitely accomplished it.
Yeah, because like in the beginning you're like, oh, we're finally getting back to some screwball hijinks. We're gonna get our shenan on again, and then we do that for a while, and then it's like, oh, Lord of the Flies.
And it's like, oh, humanity is disgusting and
Humanity is inherently evil.
Well, I mean, that's what I was at the beginning when Clarence was like, oh my god, Clarence crying over
Butterscotch
broke my heart. I was just like, oh my god, Clarence, you're the most beautiful, compassionate human being, and I can't believe you're recognizing that, because like in so many cartoons, it's just like, like whatever, pig, animals are comedic relief. They're not like...
Yeah, even Jeff is like, I don't even think pigs have feelings.
Yeah, and it's like... But like here it is, like being kind of like, saying like, no, this shit that we do is kind of stupid and bad and terrible, and it's not funny or fun. And it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing that. It's amazing.
I like that Sumo apparently has some past history with that other group of poor hillbilly children.
Yeah.
And now he's going to school and they resent him.
Don't you have to be at a wedding? Nope, my wedding's not till tomorrow.
But he's crying, and he's so cute.
Every scene of him crying was a new face model.
It was so amazing. I was speechless. I was like, oh my god, it's Clarence.
This is the year of the cute baby children characters that Nina adores.
Oh. He's such a good kid. I mean, he's a shitty kid, but he's a good kid. Oh.
And then, with the,
And fucking... I'm sorry, I guess it's my vegetarian side coming out, but the whole thing where they're Clarence is put in the position of the animal, and they're rocking the cage back and forth, and then they grease the pig in bacon grease, and
that's to make it harder to catch.
No, Nikki, they could have done other kinds of... It's bacon grease.
I see.
On a pig.
I didn't catch that it was bacon grease.
It's bacon grease. And I was like, oh my god. There's somebody in this show that's on my side. It sees things that way I see things.
Then the grandma episode, I liked how they really blurred the line between the grandma being just a complete pain in the ass and an old person suffering from mental illness.
Yeah. Every now and again, I was like, "Oh wait, shit!" Like, "Oh, okay, they're doing this."
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of it, it's just like, okay, this is my Aunt Kathy, and then
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh my god, it's Aunt Kathy.
Oh, I thought you just like picked a female name.
No,
Oh, okay.
we
this
have
is
an
our Aunt Kathy.
This is our Aunt Kathy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that got raw.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's go back to something that just is entirely fun. Harvey.
Harvey.
I like this dual perspective episode thing.
Yes, those are my favorite things. That the dual episodes, the TV episodes. I love cartoon tropes.
Yeah. It was so cute.
Oh, and speaking of tropes, if you remember from our Pepper Ann thing about the brain switching tropes, Kim Possible did do like a manifested in a bad way, and that like they switch voices, which doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I thought it was kind of hot though.
But
what? It's kind of hot.
Having their voices come out of, having Ron's voice come out of Kim and Kim's voice come out of Ron, made both characters very attractive to me.
Wow, that's neat. That's interesting.
Especially
Ron. My favorite was how they kind of lampshaded the voice thing, where Shigo starts laughing at them, and she just goes, "Now you say something. Come on, say something."
I love Shigo.
And I think I made this goof to you guys earlier, but like there was that goof which they used an image of it in the theme song where he's like, "Your hair is so flippy." It's like, well, I've explored every other inch of your body. I can't walk.
Oh man,
Chris. Yeah, Harvey. We got an episode with all the dudes and an episode with all the girls, and both are cute and great because like all the secondary characters in this show are fantastic.
I love them. They're all brilliant. Even the mushroom man.
Yeah, him.
He immediately drops the watermelon. He's like, okay,
and neither of them want to address it. Neither of them want that to be part of their day.
I cackled like a gremlin at that. Oh my god, that was the best. But like that character, I keep expecting him to sound like Master Shake because he looks like Gazpacho from Chowder, who was voiced by I believe his name is Dana Snyder.
Yeah, he looks like a very Chowder character.
He looks like Mushroom Gazpacho, which might be a food, but no, because everybody in Chowder is named after a food, and all the foods in Chowder are named after or made up not foods. Chowder's interesting. Anyway.
I'm hungry.
It was just cute and sweet, and like all those incidental. Like I think my favorite stuff was with Claire, the fox girl.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She's cute.
The idea that just the leash has been let off of her, and she goes buck ass wild.
Yeah, and but like another favorite bit of mine is like Princess, like, hold on, let me check my schedule. Whatever. And like all her days have like me,
nap, and jewels.
Like most of it said me. like she ordered a milkshake with quote unquote all the straws.
But there was a really nice character moment with like Fee and Harvey's mom, where like Fee looks to Harvey's mom as like a parental figure, and that's what she wants her to be, and she likes that and like appreciates it because, you know, from the little that we know, Fee and Foo just live by themselves in the woods. You know, we don't know what their deal is.
All I know about them from promotion material is like they're actually like they're mythical creatures. They're like forest nymphs.
Yeah, they're
so mischievous. And
they're
wild.
like little
imps.
They're imps.
Yeah, imp possible.
So that was the only
Kim, Jim, and Tim.
relative she didn't have because I was like, when are they going to show up like Slim Possible? Oh, that was a goof. He's real. Oops.
Yep.
Yeah, they could have done it in the World of Warcraft episode, but instead she turned into a fairy instead of an imp. Could have been imp possible. Anyway,
I guess it was more EverQuest.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, because of the graphics.
and the time period.
But yeah, with like mentioning that, like what Fee and Foo's deal is, like when Fu asked Harvey why he wasn't in the picture with Harvey's dad and his grandpa, I was like, are they super old?
I like the idea, like he gives him
I just
the
like
deadpan
Fu is
stare.
silly.
I like the idea that he gave him the deadpan stare, and it's just like, I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah.
Harvey's so nice.
Because it's not like that deadpan stare wasn't "you're an idiot." It's just like, oh my gosh, you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, but like I recently went back and watched some Harvey stuff because I realized I had missed a lot, and there's one episode with the tree spirits. So I guess there's some other supernatural elements floating around in this forest.
And the lake monster that was in the first one.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, the lake monster and the little tiny baby with the laser.
Yeah. Well,
like, yeah, this is a mystical world.
The baby man.
And the cat. Yeah, the baby man, and then the caterpillar with his zappy powers. Like, yeah, this is a fantasy world.
Ira Fingerman.
Yeah. This is a enchanted fairy forest, basically. You know, is the aesthetic.
Yeah.
There's the mushroom spirit. Basically, it might as well been the one from Korra.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just best, and you gotta watch it. Let's start wrapping it up.
It's so good, you have to watch it. I'm trying to get all my friends to watch, and they don't listen to me.
Yep.
Don't they know I have a podcast?
God, gotta listen and tell you about all the coolest cartoons. Jeez.
Hey, you guys.
Whatever.
What do we got for? Do we have any shout-outs?
Yes.
Last week's episode came out late because of our schedules, we've recorded it late. So we haven't seen that much response to it yet, but, like, that's not your fault. That's ours.
Yeah. Ailey said, would you guys think about talking about Interstellar 5555, the Daft Punk anime film? It might be a good stepping stone for when you do a Gorillaz episode.
I feel like that it's not so much a film as it is a album music video. The plot is very bare bones and there's zero dialogue. Like it's fun. I like it, especially because I like that album. But it's not. I don't even think we can talk about it for an hour. It's fun. You should watch it if you like Daft Punk and haven't seen Interstellar 5555. You should watch it. It's fun. I
was worried that you were gonna say, "Have you guys considered watching Interstellar?" And I'm like, no. Never. That movie looks so bad. That looks like the worst movie.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
No, just a really quick aside about Interstellar. I haven't seen it, but my friend has seen it, and he was explaining to me, like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's this part where blah 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 happens, and then I guessed what the twist was, like, as a joke, and he just looks at me and goes, "God damn it, Tooch." So it's like it's a super obvious, stupid, shitty twist.
Michelle with 1L said, I don't know if someone has already asked this, but would you consider doing a My Life as a Teenage Robot episode? Yeah, totally. That was one of my shows that I watched because the girl was the main character.
Yep, it was fun.
It was cute, though, and also...
XG9!
Cool robots. We like robots.
I love robots.
Mario Mendoza said, have you guys ever considered reviewing Drawn Together? I've seen, like, ads for that.
It looked like the kind of thing I would really dislike, but, like, I know people whose opinion... I know some people... I don't know.
It's one of those shows that has good... It has good goofs in it, but it's at the expense of some really shitty, like Comedy Central. It was a Comedy Central show. It's a very Comedy Central show. There's material in there that it's like, why you gotta do this? And like, but you know, we're lampshading this kind of humor. No, you're not. You're just doing the humor. You're doing the humor legitimately while also making fun of it. That's not how it works. You can't do that. Be better than that.
So I guess probably not then.
I mean, that's just my opinion on it. I don't know. Like, I also know people who, like, super love it, but I feel like they loved it at the time, and everyone was younger, and that was just where we were back then. I feel like if half the people who talk that show up watched it again, they'd be like, "Oh wait, this is kind of a little more crass than I remember it being."
Well, there you go. D. Goodwin, which is my friend in IRL, hi,
In
says,
real life.
yes. I'm super excited for Ever After High. I can't wait to hear what you guys talk about. I hope that you liked it. Hope it was up to what your standards were. And then also later, when she did watch it, she said, Cerise's dad is perfection. Like, regardless of anyone's orientation, he is just super attractive. I agree.
Yeah. What you like, men, ladies, wolves? We got you.
Yeah.
This is a weird
Are you-
brothel.
Are you one of them? What you call it? Fuzzies?
And then another IRL friend of mine, Legend of Sora, pointed us out to this little blip
I love it.
about Book of Life and how Manny Rivera and Book of Life take place in the same universe,
I saw that.
and that the
post,
characters are
forgot about
actually related.
it. Oh, that's so cool.
Like, because Manola's mother's maiden name was Rivera and was the sister of Simon Rivera, also known as Justice Jaguar, making her the great-great-aunt of El Tigre.
Nice.
That's so cool.
And you know, Manny and Frida cameo in the movie, so I guess now that it's like, oh, this is why.
Yeah?
Yep.
Because there's a painting of them in somebody's room.
Yeah. Prubles said, hey guys, heard your Madoka episode that Nikki was looking for something to make him cry, and I don't know if this is something you'd be interested in podcasting about if you want to see anime. Angel Beats. I have seen Angel Beats. I don't dislike it. I like it. But like I remember watching it with friends and not really getting the hype that much. Like I have a lot of friends who are really into it and it's like some of their like one of their favorite shows ever. But like I don't know, it didn't really do much for me. Now a show that did make me cry like a fucking baby in public, that was an anime. The shorthand is Anohana, the flower we saw that day. That show made me cry like a fucking baby. So, I don't know. I guess it's to each their own. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we could do Angel Beats. I don't know.
It depends. Because I feel like this isn't one of those shows where like we'll review anything even if it's not something we like. We tend to try. I had this thought right before we recorded that like it's almost like this is our own personal like animation criterion collection. Because like even if we don't like super love something, I feel like we always pick stuff that's noteworthy and it has something unique to discuss about. Like it's worthy of critique.
And it's worth watching at least once.
Yeah, it's worthy of critique essentially.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much
I
the
mean,
factor.
Lucy, Daughter of the Devil is like by no means essential, but there were some great goofs in there.
Yeah, and it's and in terms of the you know the people behind the show, it's important in their history because they went on to do great things before and after.
Yeah.
They went
So-
on to
so
go
basically-
back in time to make home movies.
Yep, that's how that happened. So basically, like I feel like since we get requested every single thing, if it was a drawing or something somebody made with their hands, if it's not filmed on a camera for live action people to be on it, then we'll do it. But also like try and pick stuff that you think is like interesting, like something stood out to you, like oh hey I remember that show for this specific reason and it was always different. Like
well, this
give
person
us
seems
something to talk
really
about.
like Angel Beats.
Oh no, I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying like just while it's on my mind, like you know, because people just send us lists and lists of stuff. So it's like if you ever want to try and
like we don't want to cover
list is long.
We don't want to cover shows just because they exist.
Yeah.
We want to cover them because we like them, or we have something to say about them, or we wanted to revisit them and like reinvestigate what their deal was, or something like that.
So basically stuff that you feel is you the listener feel is like worthy of a deeper look, other than like hey this was cool.
Yeah. Charles Waters says on to the Ever After High episode talking about the diversity of characters. I'm black, and though I find it weird, I don't really think it's a race thing, just idiot marketers showcasing the super marketable mascot. They did it with Big Hero 6 too.
Oh, with
Yeah, I mean,
the home.
The home
oh, with
debacle.
home. Oh, with home, yes. I don't know. I do
Well,
like it's just
it's
kind
both.
of weird. It's both.
It's both. It's a marketing thing, and I feel, but and the marketers don't feel that it has racist undertones because they're not racist. But it's like you can do racist things without being a racist. That
Yeah.
doesn't exclude you. Like that's like saying like
That-
I'm
that's
not a
like-
bank.
that's where it
that's like
gets
saying
difficult.
I'm not a bank robber, so that means I'm allowed to go into this bank and just take the money because I'm not a bank robber, you guys. But I super want this money.
I mean, like the way racism exists today, it's not like anything overt. It's just a
No.
lot of like.
I mean, there is a lot of overt stuff.
Okay,
let's
there
not
is
deny.
overt shit.
not in the not. We're talking about not in the mainstream media.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not acceptable to promote
Unless you're Adam
overt
Sandler.
racism.
Asshole. Dick.
Did you see the preview for Pixels?
I've had to watch it twice, because it's before some movies I went to see.
God, that's
and I
like a
did not
college
enjoy it.
humor skit. Not a
I
movie.
was, you know what? Because okay, I went to see Age of Ultron, and before I went to see it, me and my friend Steve had a couple drinks, so I was feeling pretty good and tipsy for the previews, and I noticed that like, wow, I think all of these movies are good right now. I haven't seen a single Mission Impossible movie in my life. I have no desire to watch Mission Impossible movies. I'm sure they're fine action flicks. They just have nothing for me. I don't care. Whatever. It's no big deal. But they're making another one, and I was watching the trailer tipsy, going like, yeah, I'm all fucking, let's do this. Mission dun. And then Pixels come on, and I'm just like, well, I'm sober.
Yeah, if anything will sober you, it's that fucking.
Oh, I hate that feeling when you like get sober right away. It's like, ugh. Now I'm mad.
All right, and then last but not least, I believe this is everyone I was able to gather. Cheyenne Fields, said that they love our show. Thank you so much. And for suggestions, mentioned Spirit, the horse movie, and Soul Eater, and told us to have a good life.
I like Soul Eater. I like it a lot.
I have never. Soul Eater is one of those things that I just like never really checked out. So
Yeah, it's super good.
yeah.
It's one of those instances where it's like it feels. I like it because it feels more Western cartoony to me, more so in the character design because it is just your standard like shonen plot, but also
Yeah,
like, the characters.
and you really
I
like
love the design.
shonen, so
Yeah, yes, I do.
you're like, I suggest this shonen anime, and Tucci's like, yes. Except for I guess like Bleach. We're not gonna
'cause
do.
Bleach-
We're not
Bleach
gonna
is
do
bad.
Bleach, guys.
Bleach is bad. That's the end. We did it. We reviewed it.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much to all of our listeners and supporters and fans and followers and subscribers and everybody who's discovered us and will listen to our stuff. You guys are amazing. Like, we have some of the most amazing fans. I don't even... I'm so thankful that you guys are so nice and so cool and so fun to talk to. I just want you all to know that because...
And legitimately, like, start discussions with us, like the question about the whole home thing, like more stuff like that, please.
Yeah.
Like we super.
We got kind
appreciate
of sidetracked. We could have talked about racism more, but like,
that.
we're trying.
I mean,
to
like,
have,
yeah,
we're
I feel
trying
like
to have
that.
fun here.
It is a loaded topic. Like we're not trying to like smash your opinion down or anything.
No.
Like
We
it's
just-
like your point. Your everybody's your perspective is absolutely valid.
Yeah, everybody's valid and, like, you guys are great.
Well, not everybody's valid.
Well...
Like, if you're like not a dipshit, you're valid, and you're not a dipshit,
Well,
so it's
obviously.
valid. I just don't want to do like this Tumblr thing where like, oh, everybody's cool. Like, no, a lot of people completely fucking suck.
Okay, well, so far, all of our fans are the coolest, so...
Yep. And if you want to be mentioned on the show, here's some of the ways you can contact us. You can email us at thetoongoons.gmail.com. At gmail.com.
Yep.
Tweet at us at the Toon Goons. Tumblr talk at us. The toongoons.tumblr.com. You can comment on our stuff on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/toongoons. You can comment on our stuff on YouTube, which we've said this for a while. We're getting there.
Yep.
The Toon Goons, it's youtube.com/the Toon Goons podcast. You can leave a review or rating on iTunes by searching the Toon Goons.
Please rate us good on iTunes.
Please.
It literally
It makes a
directly
huge
helps.
difference about visibility. iTunes is like the biggest thing for podcast visibility. Period.
Please do it.
I've been Nikki.
I've been Nina.
And I'm Tooch.
Thank you for tuning in. Hey everyone, it's Nikki. I just wanted to pop in here at the end to let you know our current situation because some stuff has changed since we recorded this episode. First of all, I'd like to apologize that it's so late. That's my fault. I had a concussion this week because my dog ran full bore into my head, rattled me up real good. That slowed me down. But still, I'd like to apologize. It took so long. You know, I know you guys have been waiting for this episode for a long time, and I thank you so much for your patience. The other thing I have to apologize for is that we won't be able to do a new episode next week. Nina had to take a surprise trip to Boston, and she can't record while she's up there, so we won't be able to do a proper episode. But Tooch and I are going to record a little thing for next week just to tide you over. Our schedule's a little bit different. We're going to do Triplets of Beville next. We're going to put that on the back burner for now. And we're going to go straight to MTV's Clone High next week. So that's everything I need to catch you guys up for. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the show. You guys have a good week.